Very low energy this week. We're just gonna take it easy.
That's quite all right.
This is welcome to PTOM's Chill Out Hour.
Ooh.
No, this is Scott Butterworth here with Ryan Taljonick.
Hey.
I was out last week, so I'm back for another edition of PTOM Theater. This week we're going to be talking a little bit about Resident Evil, since the HD updates are out on PSN this week. Well, Resident Evil 4 is out this week, and then Code Veronica is out next week.
Yeah.
So because of that, we decided we'd take a look back at one of PlayStation's most important franchises as a whole. What we're looking at here
is Resident Evil 1.
I haven't looked at this game in a while.
I'm going to take you down a stroll memory lane.
This does not hold up well.
I'm going to take you down a little trip back to 1996, where 10-year-old me was first introduced to this game.
You were 10 in 1996?
I think so. I'm not really good at math, but let's just say I was 10.
Sure.
My babysitter at the time said, "Hey, Ryan, my brother just got this really cool game where you play as secret agents and you shoot snakes. Come on over to my house and we'll check it out."
Wait, you went over to your babysitter's house?
Yeah, I went over to her place all the time. Like, she had a swimming pool, and she lived, like, literally across the street from me.
Did she have a cave? Was there, like, a secret door that
you
weren't supposed to tell your parents about?
No, it wasn't anything weird. It wasn't anything weird at all. She was just like, let's play some video games. So I said, cool. So she showed me the first Resident Evil, and I about crapped my pants when you turn the corner and that zombie's eating the dude. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. She's like, isn't this awesome? And in my head, I was like, no, this is the worst. Ugh.
Yeah, and, that would be pretty terrifying as a child, I think.
That fear has only ever been matched by 1999's Baby Geniuses, which is an equally terrifying thing. Completely
no, it's true, for different reasons.
Right.
But,
So, it's just been interesting to see, from the release of Resident Evil 1 going into Resident Evil 2, which had an even better success.
And even scarier zombie dogs.
Seriously. Oh, that spot where you get
those
to the
dogs,
PlayStation and the
jump
liquor
through windows.
just crawls across the window.
Oh, my God.
Freaked the crap out of me. Those games scared me so bad that I couldn't even bring myself to leave a save room. I was just so freaked out. So
your experience with the game was literally just an hour of just sitting. I'm just going to sit
begging
here.
my brother to come watch me play so I could actually progress to the game.
I kind of wish the game still had that much of an impact, or horror games, I should say specifically. Because
really
I feel like the
lost.
older I've gotten, the less I'm scared by games. I can, enjoy games in other ways, but like scary games don't really get to me as much anymore.
No, it's
kind of a shame.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, like,
although I will say that, sorry to interrupt, but I really did enjoy Resident Evil 5, which was not all that scary, especially since it was a co-op game. Yeah. But I actually played all the way through that with Roger Birchill, our managing editor. Yeah, we played through it at Capcom's office, and I just like swore at him the whole time to like keep up, and like to this day, I think he's like a little bit upset with me about it. But it was a lot of fun
here's
for
my
me.
Thing. Like, I was so ingrained in the first three, the style of the first three Resident Evils, and even then Code Veronica. But just like when that Resident Evil 4 transition happened, like I had such a hard time detaching myself from what I had been used to in the previous games.
Right, it wasn't zombies anymore, it was villagers.
Yeah, it's just like, it really felt like something in the series had been lost when that happens, and I know a ton of people are really, really into Resident Evil 4. I enjoyed Resident Evil 5.
Yeah,
it's just like, I don't know.
I would say I'm definitely one of those people who's into Resident Evil 4. To me, it was a better game overall.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they smoothed out a lot of the mechanics that they really needed to. It was a fresh... I mean, they overhauled the series in all of the ways that I felt it needed to be overhauled to become a better game.
Yeah.
And in a way, it lost some of the essence of what had made it unique early on, and I can see how the nostalgia for those elements would have caused an old school fan to sort of reject what Resident Evil 4 was putting forward. But I think that's inarguably it's a better game overall.
For sure. I mean, just playing through them last night, I was like, oh, the controls are definitely better. Although, just being so reliant on just one stick and you can't freaking move while you're shooting. That's
part of it. I actually like that. I like that you can't. Like, to me, that's a really interesting. I mean, what other shooter would do that to you? And it really makes everything tense and terrifying. And when you stop and you turn around and oh my god, and you're just panicking all the time. It's great. I really like it.
Well, if nothing else, the Resident Evil series has had a huge role in defining, the survival horror genre. Just see the explosion of those that came out in the PS1.
It's true. We would have no Dead Space, for instance, if it wasn't Resident Evil. I mean, they're PlayStation and gamers in general owe a lot to this franchise. It's an important series. And in fact, if you have never played Resident Evil 4, or you would simply like to play it in HD, we can actually help you out with that. We have a couple codes courtesy of Capcom. We're going to find a way to give those away to you. So go ahead and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, where we'll most likely be giving those codes away. You'll find links to our Twitter and Facebook accounts in the information below this video. So yeah, go ahead and follow us on there for a chance to win copies of both of the HD re-releases that are coming out this week and next week.
Yep, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and we will catch you next week.
Woo!